So this is what happened. There was a lady in, I want to say Chicago, and they were at some chicken spot, and she was with her son that's 12, 13 years old. And the lady gets into an argument with some guy, and the guy starts beating her up. She tells her son to go out to the car and get the gun. The son comes back in, he shoots the guy. The guy gets off his mom, runs outside. The son runs outside, shoots him again, and the guy dies. So, what? What's the question?
He ain't tell him to do all that.
I mean, okay, true. So the question I have for y'all is if some man is beating up on your mother and she tells you to go get the gun, what do you do?
Call the police?
Dave?
No.
You're a pacifist, I get it.
You grab that gun, you don't just sit there, watch your mama get beat up, be like, 911, what's your emergency? They still beating up my mom.
Yeah, so for future reference, it is not cops' job to stop crimes. What they actually do is respond to them.
Stuff takes time. It could be like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to know how y'all felt about it. For future reference, if you see any man beating up your mother and she tells you to get the gun, empty the clip. Well, she's got a revolver. Empty that. The one thing you don't do is chase somebody outside and shoot them again, because then that's a charge.
Yeah, because then that's no longer self-defense. They're already gone. Well,
or trying to get away unless you know you're black and they're a cop, then they can shoot you. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I'm smart.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
No, there's food in there.
Perfectly nice hug. See, because if they already ran away, it is no longer defending somebody. They're gone.
Exactly. They actually did beat the case, but it took a few years.
But for real, that's a messed up story.
It is, but it's true. Thank y'all. Welcome to the onesie, the solo, the self-love, something. The group is still together. Stormy and Stara out in the streets, hopefully getting lots of penis or vagina. We don't differentiate here. Which makes me think, why is it when women get in a relationship, suddenly they have to disown all their friend zone dudes? I guess guys do the same thing, but I don't care. I'm men. You insecure dudes need to know that once you get with a chick, her male friends, obviously if they was gonna get some, you would have never stood a chance. And I'm here to tell y'all, it takes 30 years to break out the friend zone. So if the chick you've been with for a minute got a friend for 29 years, then she gotta get rid of it. You gotta have an incredible amount of patience and understand things and have your self-esteem in order. You gotta trust your chick, man. It's like that Kiki Palmer shit. Dudes all distraught on the internet complaining because she wore wild dress and was wilding on Usher a little bit. Nah, let your chick be out there enjoying herself. Either she's gonna cheat or she's not. You being mad about it is gonna have no effect on it. Like, you know what you do when she ain't looking. That's why you be trying to hide your phone. You have to think, yeah, your chick is doing the same shit. If y'all are really about each other, you take that sexual energy home and use it there. And if you're not, it's gonna be what it is, pimping. Get it together, deal with it, move on. Just don't be a cuck. I ain't shaming, I'm just saying. Now, we have to talk about truth and lies. Me personally, I'm used to being a side dude most of my life, so I'm used to women being honest with me. And it never really occurred to me that these same women are in relationships and they're lying to their man. So once I got into a long-term relationship, I didn't really comprehend, like, oh, she's lying to me for my self-esteem and ego, and y'all know the same thing. You do the same thing with y'all's chicks. Like, she don't really look that good in that dress, but you got to make her feel like the most beautiful person in the world. So it just baffles me that can y'all really be full on honest in a relationship the same way you're honest with your side piece? Because you have to be honest with them. If you lying to your side piece like you're true scum of the earth, get your life together. It's crazy out here. Don't get caught up. I was also thinking, because I'm laid up with my chick and she watches all the goofy reality shows, whatever. And one of them is Married at First Sight, but these people don't really know each other, but they're just so desperate to be married that they'll try to be married and see if they can make it work in X amount of time. And it really occurred to me that wanting to be married is mental illness. Get yourself checked. Love yourself. Like, truly, y'all are more concerned with the illusion of marriage than wanting to actually be in a good relationship. Like, first things first. Plus, you're going to have to get your lives together if you want to stay with somebody forever. I'd be really wondering if, like, monogamy is a realistic expectation in long-term relationships. Like, you know you want to fuck other people. Whether or not you believe it, the person you're with does too. But I guess you can't do it. At least you're not supposed to. I saw somewhere on the internet that tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. So, shout out to the real polyamorous and open to whatever type people. It takes a level of understanding that I don't think most people have. Shit, I might be one of them. So, for all the people in relationships listening to this while I'm ruining your hopes and dreams in life, I want to talk about how women will be quick to tell you that just because a dude has a big dick doesn't mean he's good in bed, which is probably true. I wouldn't know. I've never been a bottom or gay for that matter, but yeah, shout out to y'all. I don't know if this has occurred to any of y'all, but good pussy doesn't necessarily mean you could fuck either. It's just wet and form fitting. You have to actually have some talent. Like, you sitting out here like, oh, I don't swallow. Oh, I'm a brat, but I like to get mine. Y'all talk about y'all too tired to give it up. Like, all you do is lay there. What are you talking about? You need to really step your game up. You always see the chick that's mad because her man either left her or he's cheating with somebody that doesn't look as good. Like, yo, she knows what to do with the vajayjay. And truthfully speaking, she's probably cooler than you. I know I've said a million times on this podcast, there's certain things that attract people and there's other things that keep them. A lot of y'all are concentrating on the presentation so much that you don't put the time and effort into going, what makes me a person that someone else wants to be around? Like, you mad your man playing PlayStation, Xbox, watching the game or whatever. The question is, why is that shit more interesting than you? Same thing if you're a dude and you're laying in bed and your chick's on the phone beside you playing. It ain't that she's necessarily cheating or anything. She just likes attention and you ain't giving it to her. Do what you can do to keep a relationship going. I'm telling you, I'm 48 years old. I've been single not too long ago, and dating pool's a cesspool. You ain't trying to be out these streets. The older we get, the less the options are. The good ones were scooped up at a young age. If you find yourself single and in your late 30s and higher, you better be checking the obituaries for somebody good, because all that's left is widows and whatever the male version of that is. I dropped enough knowledge for today. Hopefully next week the gang will be all back together. We can hear about day vacations. I ain't do much. I be working. If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell all the hoes. It is the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. The Threesome Pod on Twitter. Holla at your peoples. Peace.